everybody. I hope you're all blessed and well in the Lord. It's been a while since I've been live. It's really hard to get alone time. Having kids home all the time now with virtual learning, so they're sleeping right now. So I'm gonna do what I can. So I want to start off with an update on my mother-in-law and also my mother. My mom's battling cancer, but glory to God, she is now cancer-free. And also my mother-in-law was in intensive care, and she was supposed to be coming out in a walker, but she actually walked out of the hospital, a very healthy woman, and God has healed her completely. And I just thank you all for praying for them. It's just so good to see them back and healthy. And yeah, so I just wanted to start off with that as a praise report. And I'm gonna get right to the live because, like I said, my kids are sleeping, so I don't have until they wake up to cover a lot. So I have a videos I'm going to show you, and then I will go through the videos and share my thoughts. Hopefully anybody wants to get on the chat. I should be able to see it, so let's get started. Hi, Dorothy. Hello. Oh, I gotta get volume turned up. 1 second.
Current infectious diseases, as well as emerging ones, continue to present a true challenge for our world. Viral outbreaks usually occur unexpectedly and spread rapidly. In the West African Ebola outbreak of 2015, there was no experimental vaccine available until the outbreak was well advanced. By then, the ring vaccination concept was not available in time to have a meaningful impact on mortality. The 2018 outbreak allowed for further testing of ring vaccination, but this does not address the issue of a vaccine for the general population to prevent future outbreaks. There are numerous high-risk diseases in terms of virulence. There are also newly emerging zoonotic viruses.
Hi, Danny. God bless. Hopefully you can hear well.
No effective vaccine exists for any of these infectious disease viruses. Current vaccine technologies are not suited to on-demand, real-time crises. Previous attempts at vaccine production have been costly in both development time and pricing. They contain live viral components, experience arduous development and manufacturing processes. We usually encounter production and reproduction bottlenecks, as well as lengthy timescales. The one bug, one drug approach of conventional vaccine development cannot conquer the battle against the multiple array of emerging infectious diseases. Emergex has developed a disruptive, novel approach to making vaccines that use purely synthetic components to activate specific immune cells that destroy virus-infected human cells. The components utilized to create the vaccine have already been proven safe in clinical trials. When someone is infected naturally by a certain small proteins, peptides, are expressed on the surface of the infected cells. These peptides are what the immune system targets and remembers to provide long-term immunity. We identify these peptides by infecting human cells with the virus. We then extract and sequence these peptides, which we use as the immunological components of our vaccines. These peptides, with a gold nanoparticle carrier system, create an extremely small construct that can directly. A vaccine could provide protection against a viral family of more than 66 diseases. Vaccines can provide protection against multiple diseases within a genus. For example, the administration of the vaccines, patients can self-administer, thereby reducing the requirement of travel within infrastructurally challenged environments. Emergex's strategy is to advance vaccines against high-priority disease indications to Phase 1 human safety trials. Then design and generate suitable repositories of experimental vaccines with evidence for outbreaks within endemic regions. This provides a unique, on-demand, and real-time emergency line of defense against some of the world's most dangerous services with the vaccines required to protect and/or treat these viral outbreaks. Emergex believes that it will change the face of the vaccine-producing world by creating smart vaccines via a cleverly crafted mechanism that reverse engineers the immune system and delivers data to relevant cells.
Okay, some of these videos I'm showing you are, oh gosh, sorry, I don't know how to function this. Okay, back here. These, I don't even know if I should be saying this word, but the VC, you all know what I'm talking about. I prayed over this video, so I pray that God will protect it. But there's a lot of information on it. It's not just a normal VC. They are using new technology. And like I said, I don't want to say much. I'm just going to show you these videos because this is from the actual so-called scientists that are developing them.
Imagine if there was a way to mass-produce tiny robots larger than a cell, quickly, easily, and accurately, with little to no external stimulus. Well, a team of engineers at MIT have developed a novel method where they can do just that. Using the naturally occurring fracturing process of atomically thin, brittle materials such as graphene, the researchers are able to design and successfully fabricate small synthetic cells, called syn cells for short, that could eventually be used to monitor conditions inside an oil or gas pipeline or search out disease while floating through the bloodstream. The novel process called auto-preparation allows for engineers to control the natural fracture lines of material, directing the lines so they produce exactly what the engineer desires. The end result are minuscule pockets of predictable size and shape, containing electrical circuits, materials that can collect, record, and output data. To build these cells, first, a layer of graphene is laid down on a surface. Then, tiny dots of a polymer material containing the electronics for the devices are deposited by a microarray printer. Then, a second layer of graphene is laid on top. When the layer of graphene is placed over the array of polymer dots, the places where the graphene drapes over the edges of dots form lines of high strain in the material. You can think of a tablecloth draped over a circular table. The highest levels of strain develop toward the table edges, where the cloth hangs down. That is essentially what is happening in this process, but the strain is controlled. So similar to the tablecloth, fractures in the graphene are concentrated right along.
Okay, I'm gonna get to the next video. Ooh, which one is this? Oh yeah, they're trying to deny the claims of people getting ball palsy. A lot of people have been getting this side effect from the VC, and also the other side effects. And they're basically in this video, they're trying to disclaim it and say, oh, it's rare, blah, blah, blah. They, they don't want people to know the truth. And it's crazy how God is God is bringing everything done in the dark to the light. I'm sure many of you have seen the magnet videos. It's crazy. And I tried it on my coworkers and it worked. And I'm gonna try it on some of another girl I know that got the VC. They're getting it like crazy out here in Wisconsin. I don't know what it is, but they're lining right up for the thing and celebrating, and it's like my heart literally breaks into pieces every time someone else says that they received it. 'Cause they don't even know what they're putting in their body. A normal VC normally takes 8 to 9 years to develop. This is no VC doing this to save themselves money for mass production, and obviously to fulfill their future plans that they have. They want to turn everyone into cyborgs. It's ridiculous. Hello, how you doing? Brother Shannon. And then Dorothy and Donnie, I don't know if you heard me. Thank you all for joining. Got someone else? Self-contented. Hello. What's your real name? Okay. Okay, this next scene is from Superman. And I don't remember what video I had commented on, but I don't know, somehow the conversation got brought up where I thought about how, how they came out with the story on CNN about the little green, a glowing green little mini like cell thing inside of a water tube that they're saying is supposed to detect the virus beforehand, blah, blah, blah. And so that made me think of kryptonite with Superman, because, they always put like subliminal messages into the movies, right? So I started just looking up different scenes when they're talking about the kryptonite. So here's one that I found that I believe had some symbolism in it. And you just have to be awake and just with an open mind to like kind of get the symbolism. So hopefully it's clear.
We're not really strangers. Oh, this is kind of over. Oh, man. I love your dress.
Boat. How'd you get it? It's one of those old widow out of her money.
Hey, didn't you win the Pulitzer Prize for my favorite article of all time, Where the World Doesn't Need Superman?
Didn't you have a few more years to go on that double life sentence?
Yes, well, we can thank the Man of Steel for that. I mean, he's really good at moving in and catching the bad guys, but he's not so hot on the little things, like Miranda rights, the court thing.
Did you have anything to do with the black guy? Well, it has been a while since you've been a hell. I think it's time for your name can. How about we turn this over, call it out for myself?
No, I don't think we'll be turning around this way, which means that we could have time to kill. How about that?
You make great chandeliers.
This crystal may seem unremarkable, but so is the seed of the tree. It's how our mutual friend Tice made his Arctic getaway spot. Cute, it's small for my taste. You would not see the big picture here, Miss Link. Let me enlarge it for you. Not just an island, an entirely new continent, an extinct world, reborn on our own. Kitty, what did my father used to say?
You're losing your hair?
Before that?
Yeah.
He said, you can print money, manufacture diamonds, and people who are diamond dust don't always need land. It's the one thing you're not making.
But the United States
Will be underwater. It's simple physics, man. Two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
the rest of the world will just let you keep it? Well,
I have advanced technology. 1,000 years beyond what anyone could try. Bring it on! Eventually, the rest of the world will be begging for a piece of high-tech beachfront property. In fact, they'll pay through the nose for it.
the millions of people will die.
Billions! Once again, the press underestimates me. This is front page news. Go on, please. No! No, the other thing. Come on, then there's the thing.
Superman will
Wrong!
What is that?
I think you know exactly what this is. Mind over muscle.
Yeah, I'm sure they but this isn't a smart TV though. This is just a projector. It's projecting onto my wall. But yeah, I'm sure they do spy on me. I don't care. I know Jesus protects me. Yeah, my kids broke 2 of my TVs, so I just gave up on buying TVs, and I don't really watch TV anyway, so I just use this. But yeah, so yeah, he mentioned about them being underwater, people are gonna die. It reminded me of the visions a lot of people are having of Florida being underwater, New York. I'm gonna get to the next one. I still have my Hi, Jesus God, our Savior, by the way. Theodore, hello. All right, so, cashless. Okay. This is an article. It's called Dashless. I'm sorry. Cashless Future Ahead Utopian Digital Dream with Dystopian Inequality. A society without paper money might be a less equitable society, those lacking digital connectivity. I think this is oh no, it's not a video. It's saying in Sweden, cash in circulation represents only 1% of the country's gross domestic product. In China, over 90% of people use WeChat. They're saying the nation will go totally cashless by 2023. And already Yes, yes, I did see the magnet videos, and I tried it on one of my coworkers, and it did work. And I freaked her out because I was like shaking so bad. I feel bad for people, man, because they're lying. And there was a video where there was a pharmacist who was showing how normal prescriptions come with ingredients on the page. Like if you unroll it and open it, she was showing how it's supposed to be full of like the ingredients and stuff. So the page for the VC was blank. It was blank. Absolutely nothing, no information, not even the pharmacists, not even nurses, doctors, they're not even trusting it. The FDA hasn't even approved it. And I just don't understand like, how in the world are it's just how blind people are. It's so sad. The fear in people nowadays is just ridiculous. They don't want to stand next to you. You can't breathe on them. It's just what Satan has is so sad. And I've been just trying my best to wake people up in my family. Like I said, if I'm not on YouTube, trust me, I'm out here still trying to wake people up, coworkers, warn them, and they don't listen. They're not listening. It's just anyway. I don't want to get off track, but okay. So it's just so sad. It's so sad. Okay, how do I go back? Sorry, I do not know how to function this. Let's see. But yeah, it's like not even the pharmacist. She's just like, why isn't there no ingredients? Why aren't they telling people what's in it? Because it's not a real VC. It's mRNA. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying that. But yeah. So let's go to right here. Is this the one to CNN I was talking about? Oh yeah, this is the little green. If you haven't seen it already. Now, mind you, okay, so high tension wires when you open the circuit. No, I didn't see that one, D. Hi, D Wilson. Can you please send me that video? I would love to see that. Man, I thought I've seen it all. I saw the one with the light bulb. Another man was literally Bluetooth linking to everything. Just like the movies is crazy. Like, so yeah, okay. Like I was saying, if you didn't see it already, this right here, this little green thing. Okay, and then mind you, it's in a little glass jar. This is glass, and this is water. So not only the glass, but the water also makes this look way bigger than what it really is. So how do we know they're already not putting this into people? Or maybe it's going to be the next dose, who knows? But all I know is if it's that small through a glass and water, imagine the real size is, and they can put these into the syringes. And that's why I had not one but two dreams where I'm running. First one, I saw two nurses. I'm running from the nurses saying they're trying to kill me because they're trying to inject me. And then the second dream where I'm running from a doctor who's injecting my mom, and I was running away. I'm like, no, you're not gonna do this, and we're getting out of there. Like, you're running from this, and which is what we should be doing, running from this. And then that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, oh, God, all of these great benefits. We'll give you free donuts, give you free tickets to concerts. They're just, it's just getting ridiculous at this point. Like, they're just, and isn't that bribery? Last time I checked, isn't it illegal to bribe? Yet they're bribing people all over the world to take this? How is this happening? Like, how is this? Where? I don't know what happened to America. It's like we're being run by dictator, crazy, demonic. Oh, just it's crazy. We're in the last days. We are in the last days. And if you don't believe it, you better wake up. And before I get to the next thing, I just gotta say one more thing. How are people saying we're not seeing tribulation yet? This is the great tribulation. And Jesus said, to us as Christians, of course, because Jesus said people are going to be eating, drinking, marrying, and marriage. It's just going to be like any normal day to them. We see what day we're in. We see the season because we're awake. But to any other person, oh, it's just real. Life is going back to normal. And boom, that's when Jesus is going to come back. When they're not acting it. They're going to be eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage. Stop looking for fire to fall from the sky. Stop looking for what the movie feeds you, what the end of the world is going to be. We're living in the last days now, right now. And I believe Jesus can come in, especially with what's happening in Jerusalem, Israel, just everything. I think it's just amazing times to live in. It truly is. And every day I'm amazed. It's like, it's something new we learn every day. And God is just waking a lot of people up in God. But for a lot of people, it's too late. A lot of people, it's too late because they brought it out so fast. Why do you think Trump wanted Operation Warp Speed? Yet people are still trusting Trump. Like, are you kidding me? You can't seriously believe, he's serving money. He's not serving God. He's serving mammon. And although I do like, some things that Trump did, he's still just a part of it, just like everybody else. Probably in their bunker somewhere. I haven't even seen him. And then they're still calling Barack Obama president. If you go to his Obama Foundation channel, he's still calling himself president. Wouldn't it be former president? Why are you calling yourself president? Like, these people are creepy as heck. Okay, this is the next video here.
As crazy as it may seem, Tesla has been making moves in the biotech sector to build a revolutionary bioreactor for RNA. This bioreactor will be manufactured with a biotech firm named CureVac. Now, it may seem like a horrible idea for Tesla to get into biotech, but a deeper look shows that it actually makes sense. In this video, I'm going to explain what Tesla's new RNA bioreactor is and why the move makes sense for Tesla. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content like this, and let's get right into it. Essentially, what the goal is for RNA manufacturers is to transcribe DNA to RNA. This process requires DNA templates and transcription reactors. Typically, in order to produce RNA molecules, biotech companies have to constantly reuse DNA. With Tesla's new machine, this allows you to repetitively use DNA templates instead of throwing a template away after using it once. This was displayed in a patent filed in June 2019, and since then, the technology has been developed for over a year. Now that there is a worldwide pandemic, the demand for a Tesla bioreactor has never been higher than right now. Elon Musk recognizes this and has recently announced Tesla's building of the microfactories a few days ago. Along with reusing DNA templates, the improved production of RNA with a higher purity profile. Advantages of an automated apparatus for RNA production are that the whole manufacturing process may be robust and reliable due to minimizing human error in that the production of RNA may be accelerated. Essentially, what we can take from this is that Tesla's new bioreactor makes the RNA production process more efficient and more accurate. This is important not just for Tesla to make money, but also for public health. Tesla stated that further an acceleration of RNA manufacturing would be highly advantageous and of major importance for public health, especially in the context of pandemic scenarios. Further advantages in that context would be production of RNA therapeutics in the region of the outbreak, which would, however, require a portable RNA production apparatus. The funny thing about this is that Tesla was working on building the bioreactor before the recent pandemic even occurred. As mentioned in the recent quote, the Tesla bioreactor will also be portable. It allows us to bring the RNA bioreactor to the epicenter of the pandemic. These are some pictures in the patent displaying the plan for Tesla's bioreactor. Essentially, the bioreactor consists of a module for template DNA synthesis, a module for transcribing DNA into RNA, comprising set of RNA into vitro transcription reactor, and optionally, a module for RNA formulation. Elon Musk is always looking for industries that need disruption, and this is done for the benefit of human society. With Tesla's new RNA bioreactor, Musk's intentions are not to make money, but rather to take current quality of our healthcare to the next level. If the machine works, it will help us understand medical outbreaks and obtain a vaccine at a faster pace. It will also accelerate the research in important fields needed to extend our lifetime. However, while Elon Musk's intentions aren't to make money, it just happens that Tesla's new bioreactor has the potential to make Tesla a boatload full of money. Elon Musk enjoys being in a market growing at a fast pace, including electric vehicles, HVACs, and many more.
Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole video for time's sake, but I'm sure you get the idea with that there. And I can even link it if you want. We want to continue watching. There's been food shortages. I'm gonna skip over that. It's not too long.
The world urgently needs a COVID-19 vaccine to pull us out of the current crisis. Historically, the discovery of a new vaccine is a laborious process, taking many years, even decades. We do not have the time. There are several approaches to discovering a new vaccine. A live attenuated virus vaccine is created by reducing the virulence of the virus and rendering it harmless. This process requires multiple passages of the virus through an animal or animal tissue, a slow process. A subunit vaccine uses a fragment of the virus, for example, the spike protein, to create an immune response. Creating a subunit vaccine requires recombinant DNA technology to insert the appropriate gene into a vector and isolate the protein from the fermentation medium. Ramping up production can be slow. But what if you could circumvent all these slow steps? What if the body could make its own vaccine? This is the idea behind an RNA vaccine, also known as mRNA vaccine. Let us see how this would work. In the case of SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19, the RNA was isolated and the viral genome was decoded early in the epidemic. And then it was possible to deduce what RNA sequence codes for which protein, the spike protein, for example. Then many copies of the RNA sequence are made using RNA polymerase. So, great! All we have to do is to get the RNA to a patient's cell and with the cellular machinery produce the viral protein which will confer immunity, right? Well, no, there are some problems here. First, RNA is a large and polar molecule and does not readily pass through cell membranes. Secondly, the body has enzymes called ribonucleases that are present in every tissue. Ribonucleases 200 nanometers around. They are formed with walls made of lipid bilayers with a water center under the skin. The nanoparticles are absorbed by the body and taken up by an antigen-presenting cell, for example, a dendritic cell or a B cell through endocytosis. The membranes of the lipid bilayer and the endosome merge, resulting in the release of the RNA package. Next, the RNA is translated to viral protein and is then CD8-positive T cells bind to MHC1, creating a memory of the viral antigen.
Okay, I'm gonna link this one also. There's one I really wanted you to see, where the actual technology is shown. Let's see if I can find it. And see the title up there says nanobot. Okay, that's not it though, but there was another one I want to show you. Is this it? I have so many videos here. It's what I do behind the scenes. I'm just watching, seeing these people are up to. Hey, Brother Lou. Oh, here's one of them where it shows the actual nanobots.
These are the legs of a tiny army of robots. So small, they're dwarfed by a single-celled paramecium. 50 years of development in microelectronics have given us a fantastic array of tiny computer systems. But that is only half the puzzle. A robot also needs to move. And now, researchers have created a brand new type of actuator which can do it, giving the tiny brains some brawn. Up until now, making moving parts at the micron scale has proven tricky. Conventional designs often don't function very well when they're that small. While others work, but rely on mechanisms like magnetism, which can't be easily integrated
This is the
into existing
magnet that
electronic systems. But the new design
it looked like
preserved
that
silicon
thing
chemical
that some
actuator
people
can
were
be
saying
fabricated
were
using similar
showing
processes
going
to those used
into
to
people's
produce
arms.
microchips. That means the tiny legs can be added directly to the devices that control them. To make the legs, a 7 nanometer thick sheet of platinum is coated on one side with an inactive material like Rfid. The legs are then patterned using a technique called lithography, and the excess material is removed. In order to work, the legs charged water particles are attracted to the uncoated surface. The force of these particles binding to the metal creates stress on one side of the sheet, and that is what makes it bend. By reinforcing sections of the sheet, the bending can be controlled more specifically, and voila, a tiny robot's leg. The robots are equipped with two minuscule solar cells. By shining a laser on each one, researchers can create the voltage which activates the front or back legs. These new actuators allow the tiny circuit to move, and because they are created using the same well-understood manufacturing processes as semiconductor electronics, their production can be easily scaled, making millions of tiny robots at the same time. Small robots so small that they can be fitted through a hypodermic syringe,
Hear that?
connected using a pipette.
They fit through a syringe.
At the moment, they can't do
The
much.
devil's a
But
liar.
that compatibility with existing microelectronics makes them versatile. In theory, new actuators based on these designs could be combined with more complex devices to carry out a whole range of more sophisticated tasks. The researchers have pointed to everything from fighting cancer to tackling crop pests. But that is decades away. Time will tell if these
This
first
video,
small
I think,
steps
was like
of
7 years
robots
old,
could be
I
a
believe.
giant leap
I had to double
for
check on that.
microrobotics.
Oh, wait, 2020. Oh, I mean, hold on. I have to check when that video was posted. Okay. But you see, technology, it's crazy. Sorry, this is my husband's thing here. Okay. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen a lot going on in Israel, and there are many, many books in the Bible that talk about when they start encompassing. Sorry. Says when Jerusalem becomes encompassed armies, that's when the day of the Lord is going to be. I gotta look up the exact scripture, but it's in a lot of scripture talking about God's holy land. Oh, and also I wanted to mention real quick, if y'all remember that dream I had where I saw that the gold dome on top of the Al Aqsa, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the mosque with big gold dome that's gonna be removed, and this is where all this is happening. So I'm wondering if this is gonna bring in the rebuilding of the third temple, which they already have the blueprints for. I'm sorry. Hold on. You said Alex Jones' website? I used to watch Alex Jones before they silenced him. I'm gonna have to check that out. What's the can you send me the website, please? And yeah, the Lord showed me, that the gold dome would be removed. I don't know how, but I'm guessing because all the damage from the structures, they're probably going to rebuild it from that. Which is another Bible prophecy fulfilled. Okay, this is a wicked thing from Amazon. I gotta show you all. Of course, first thing they show, this is the Baphomet symbol they do with the hand there. Or Baphomet.
This is Zoe. Just like you, she uses lots of different cards and IDs to get through her day. What if all Zoe needed was herself? Introducing Amazon One, a free service that lets you use your palm to quickly pay bills, gain access, earn rewards, and more. Let's say you're grabbing your fake coffee beverage, or heading into the office, or checking out. Just hover your palm and you're on your way. It's as easy as that. Sign up is free, and it takes less than a minute. All you need is a credit card, your phone number, and your palm. That's it. Since your palm is unique and can't be lost or misplaced, you can get things done quickly and securely. And with more experiences on the way, Amazon One will help you get even more done quickly by being you. Now, Zoe has more time to do what she loves, indoor diving. Enter, identify, and pay with Amazon One.
So yeah, that's strictly from the pits of hell. Did y'all hear about the how Amazon had to change their logo too, because it looked like the face of Hitler? It's just ridiculous. Like, Formula, which one is this? Oh, our wonderful presidents here. Let's see what they have to say here. Oh, look who it is. The devil and the devil's wife.
Right now, the COVID-19 vaccines are available to millions of Americans, and soon they will be available to everyone.
This vaccine needs hope. It will protect you and those you love from this dangerous and deadly disease.
No, it won't.
I want to go back to work, and I want to be able to move around.
To visit with Michelle's mom, to hug her and see her on her birthday.
You know, I'm really looking forward to is going to opening day in Texas Ranger Stadium with a full stadium. We've lost enough people, and we've suffered enough damage. In order to get rid of this pandemic, it's important for our fellow citizens to get vaccinated.
I'm getting vaccinated because we want this pandemic to end as soon as possible.
So we urge you to get vaccinated when it's available to you.
So roll up your sleeve and do your part. This is our
Never.
song.
Now it's up to you. I'm getting vaccinated because we want.
So you see, they're pushing it. Oh, it's gonna get everything back to normal. Let's all get back to our normal lives. Just come on and get it. Then it's like, okay, and then they're pushing this, and then you guys saw the post where it's like, oh, if you're not vaccinated, you still have to wear your mask. Last time I checked, isn't that segregation? Them separating people? Isn't that segregation? Oh, where are they going? They're gonna start separating us in what, restaurants? Oh, they're gonna start doing this everywhere, I'm sure. And we're gonna be that's what when Hitler did. What do you think he did? He convinced the public that those people were a threat to society. And what did he do? What did I say? And then they go for the young. They go for the youth. They're brainwashing these children. What's the first thing they did when these kids were able to go back to school? Talking about coronavirus and all that, and brainwashing them. And speaking of that, before I forget, my kids during virtual learning, I would supervise and see what they're trying to teach my children. And not only once but twice they were made to watch Obama speeches Obama's not president anymore. Why are they still playing their speeches, his speeches, and pushing him on these children, right? And Obama, out of all presidents, right? And then they tell our children that if we lived on Mars, telling my children to draw themselves to say that if we lived on Mars, we would have bigger heads, we would be taller, and all this crap they're telling our children. I'm sorry to talk this way, but it really makes me upset. Telling our children that we can go to Mars, and that's a lie from the pits of hell, because everybody knows, well, if you know the Bible, you know that when they tried to reach the heavens with the Tower of Babel, what did God do? God brought that tower down and he destroyed it because they cannot reach the heavens, they cannot reach the moon, they cannot reach Mars, whatever, all this. It's lies from the pits of hell, and indoctrinating our children with this. I mean, it's ridiculous. But thank God, every time I see something and I don't agree with it, I talk to my children and I tell them the truth, and I'm like, don't believe that. That's a lie from the pits of hell. I know, you know, I know it's the truth. Okay.
We learned that AstraZeneca has joined 2 other drug companies in their success with a vaccine trial, 90% success rate. Based on your experience, I'm wondering what you think about the challenges of distributing a vaccine, and if you're all concerned about a drift toward a new world hierarchy, where some people have easy access to the vaccine and some people don't.
Well, that's going to be the big challenge. I think we're all excited about the results. They're better even than I think a lot of scientists anticipated. And now the challenge becomes, how do we distribute it rapidly, and how do we make sure that people actually are willing to get vaccinated? And that is both a logistical and economic.
And then you notice they keep saying rapidly, we got to get this out. Why are they doing it rapidly? Because they know the more and more people wake up, the more and more the Christians, the children of God, are out here trying to warn people and wake them up. The more people are going to resist. And so that's why like saying, oh, let's get this out rapidly. Let's do this quickly, because they want as many people as they can. Satan is trying to take as many souls as he can with him, because he knows he has to face the wrath of God, and he wants to face it. He wants us to face it with him. But we're not, because we're going to resist, and we're going to, hopefully everybody watching this channel is awake by now. In the name of Jesus. Okay, I'm going to continue. Sorry.
And public messaging challenge. And look, it has not been made easier by the fact that we've had a incoherent federal communication strategy, to say the least, when it comes to science and the whole science around COVID. My understanding, and I'm not obviously a scientific expert here, is that part of the challenge, at least for the first 2 vaccines that were developed, is that they have to be stored at certain temperatures. That was a little additional challenge on distributing it widely. I think one of the first tasks for the Biden administration coming in is going to be make sure that we have clear protocols about who gets it first, whether it's frontline workers, people who are most vulnerable, and then move forward from there. And then we have to consider the international issues, because they're historically what's happened is.
Oh, but I thought he wasn't president anymore. How does he know all the events? Just like my mom's dream. He has that connection. He had the black extension cord. He's using Joe Biden as his extension because he knows he can't get another term by law. A president can only serve 8 years in the White House. They can't keep serving unless it's under like certain circumstances. But so he's using Joe Biden, which was his vice president, and he's using him as the extension to continue with their plans.
Is that when you have drugs developed like this, they're expensive, and oftentimes very poor countries are the last to get it, if they get it at all. And international coordination around that process could be very important. And then finally, as I said, we're going to have to make sure that the public messaging counteracts whatever suspicions, conspiracy theories, the anti-vax.
There he goes, anti-vax.
And
they got a label on us already.
Roll that out in a way that elicits trust from the public as much as possible.
The anti-vaxxers. I've been seeing that everywhere. Anti-vaxxers. No. How about we're really people who are awake and not just ready to accept whatever the government tells us? That's who we are. We're children of God. Okay, what's this? I have so many videos. I'm gonna do a few more and then I gotta cook dinner. So, what? Oh, okay, yeah, this is it. Here we go. Here, smaller is better when it comes to microchip. Researchers said by using 3D components on a standardized 2D microchip. And just continue to talk about that. And okay, here's them showing how they shrink them. There they go, shrinking the microchips down. And remember the movie where they shrunk, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? And they had the shrinking technology. I just wonder if that had any, pretty sure there was symbolism in that somewhere too. I'm sorry. I know I have to feed my kids. I'm so sorry. But like I said, oh my gosh, like every day I'm like, I want to live stream, but it's hard. Like I said, especially I'm not letting my kids go back to school. I'm not making them take a COVID test because I think that's so wrong. It's a violation of our rights, and I have the right as a mom to say no, that I don't want them shoving no Q-tip up my kids to their brain, and not even, they don't even want to do it with the symptoms. They just want to do random testing, and it's just ridiculous. Like, you're a school, be a school. Why are you guys doing all this? Like, and they think, oh, this will get the parents to give in. Not me. And one of my friends too, she said, nope, I'm not letting them turn my kid into a guinea pig, and I thank for that. But not every parent is, but for the ones who are fighting, kudos to you. Okay, let me see if I do one more. Yeah, if you hear my kids in the background, they are awake now. Oh, Billy Gates. Doesn't want to play now. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, they're trying to say it's not going to be in the vaccine. Of course, they have to do this to try to cover themselves. Yeah, I haven't done any testing. I've just been trusting in God this whole time, and I haven't got sick. So
It was created by a well-known dentist,
yeah,
and it took him
and if
over
they tell
3
me I have to
years
take a test, still not doing it. If I have to
on
quit my
US
job,
soil.
whatever.
How does the optional RFID chip work?
Well, each of these devices that are injected have the capacity to also have a small chip. What that chip does is it has the unique serial number for each dose. It is designed so that there is no counterfeiting. It's designed so that we'll know exactly that the right dose hasn't expired. However, that chip only refers to the dose. There's no personal information, no patient information. It's simply like a barcode.
So it's just crazy how they're like, oh, there's no purchase in here, and then they're like, oh, but but there is. And it's like they'll edit it in the other videos talking about the actual mRNA. It just shows how they're just liars. It's lies from the pits of hell. Thank you. Peace to you also, sister. God bless you. Uh-oh. Okay, I know I said one more, but I'm gonna do one more. Because I just had so much. Okay, we'll do this one last.
Good morning, family. I just want to come on here right fast and do a quick video. This is going to be really quick. Excuse me. This is a dream my granddaughter had. She saw something that made her remember a dream that she had told me about a year ago, maybe a little longer. And it's very relevant to what's coming up, I'm pretty sure. So she dreamed that everything outside looked different, like she had missed some years or something. Everything looked different, like it was in the future to her. Now, my granddaughter is just Asperger's, and she's on the spectrum, so she will never tell a lie or exaggerate. Things are revealed to her in magnificent ways. She said, and her mom has passed away, of course, you know about that. So she said everything was different outside. Even the way people would drive, the cars were different. But she said that she was with her mommy. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. My grandson had what he calls an emergency for me to look at. He's okay. She said she was with her mommy in a car that was only built big enough for the two of them. And they were going down this road, and the police, she said she looked like the police, were checking people at the end of that road. And when the car in front of them got checked, she saw something light up. And what they were doing is they were checking, she said they were checking their hand or their fingers to see if something would light up, and they held a stick over it that scanned it. And
She said she saw it light up in their car and they let them go on through. She said her mommy suddenly went fast away from there and pulled off, and the police started chasing. Okay, sorry, and that was my grandson. She said that her mommy drove really fast away and the police were chasing them. And I said, did your mommy's hand light up or anything? She said, I don't know why. She didn't want them to check her hand. But they were chasing us, and there was a lot of police chasing us. And this is what reminded her of it. She's something like that. And she said, that's what reminded her of her dream.
Again, with the
So
glowing,
you guys,
they were checking their hands.
to what's going on here. We're going to get out of here soon. But woe to those who do not choose to believe in the Lord Jesus while they can. I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Oh, and I do have another thing to post a video about, and that is about the angel experience. And that was not a dream, but I will get to.
So yeah, just shows checkpoints are coming. They're gonna be having checkpoints, checking people, which is crazy because pretty sure giving out your medical information used to be illegal. Now it's gonna be required. So it's just crazy. They're just breaking all these laws, running all over our rights, and thank God not all states, some states are still on our side and actually put out orders and laws to protect the people from that, which is good, but not all of them. So, and I'm sure it's very little, because most of them will support it because then they lose. Oh, and how they get the businesses and everybody to comply, they pay them. And then they're like, oh, you comply, you don't get this money. And that's what they do, and they bribe them. So just want to see, make sure there's nothing else right now. We'll do one more dream. And then I'll end this. I know I keep saying one more. I missed live streaming, I really did. It's just so much going on.
So, this is a warning about the coming mark of the beast, and it's a lot sooner than you think. Last night, I dreamt that I saw a vision of an alarm clock, and it said 1:44. This is showing a warning and an alarm. There was this long table outdoors, and there were lots of people passing by, and there were these two piles of flyers on this table. One pile was a stamp, the mark of the beast, and the other pile was the seal of God. You know how kid tattoos work, where you put a wet sponge on the tattoo and then it transfers? Well, this is how it was without the sponge. Like you would choose which mark you wanted and then stamp it from the paper onto your chest where your heart is, showing that this choice is based upon a spiritual state of your heart. Now, in the dream, you had a choice, but you were forced to choose, like there was no in between. You couldn't be iffy. And it's not a coincidence that the alarm clock said 1:44, and the numerical value of the phrase mark of the beast is 1:44. I went to grab a thick pile of the flyers that were the seal of God to hand them out to like evangelize. But I thought, what if there are spirits attached to these flyers, as the people behind the mark of the beast are the ones who made these? So I put them down. And this right here is showing the beast system will not merely be a mark, it will be an object of worship, and many believers will actually get this mark. Now I walked over to the long table where my aunt was sitting, and I was telling her everything that was happening, and I was crying, and she said, 5 days ago, 2 men announced this is coming. And then I seen a vision of the double helix, and that was the end of the dream. Now, a double helix is the DNA molecule, which consists of 2 strands that wind around each other like a twisted ladder. And I believe the one in my dream was showing an intermixing of the 2 sides, both those of the world mixing with the church, as in the one world religion of fake peace and counterfeit love. This is where I had put the flyers down, discerning that there were spirits attached to them. It is light mixing with darkness in the abomination of the world and church coexisting, or rather, church united state. Now, this is not to diss Trump's.
Now I'm gonna pause there because, okay, this video is from 2019, so I'm pretty sure she had no idea about the mRNA at this time. But she did mention the mixing of the DNAs that they're doing, just like the days of Noah. I believe it was where they were mixing. Help me out here, y'all. It's iron mixed with clay or something like that, where they were mixing man with beast. And then they're doing that with the just so much abominations with the DNA that they're doing right now and trying to be God. It's ridiculous, but yeah. So this is before that, so I believe that's why she came out with a different explanation.
But something his supporters are failing to see, knowing one of the first things he promised to do in office and has been doing in amendment to mix church with state, is nothing more than God using Satan to pave the way for it.
So yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I really don't want to go, but I'm gonna have to come back on here another time to finish the rest of these links. So yeah, thank you all to whoever joined me. I love you all. God bless. I hope you're doing well. If you need any prayer or anything, please feel free to let me know. I'll wait for you. I just keep seeing miracles back to back. So my faith is so strong right now. And if you feel like you're somebody who's weak right now and needs prayer, I would definitely do that for you. So yeah, I love you all. God bless. Stay strong no matter what the devil tries to tempt you with. If they threaten you and say they're going to take your job, take anything, just trust that the Lord will take care of you. Just like he took care of Daniel in the lion's den. Just like he took care of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. He will protect us no matter what they do to us. All right, I love you all. Talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.